Hi, I'm Dr. Bernstein. I'm your professor in Introduction to the Nonprofit Sector. Welcome. I'm really excited about this quarter. This is my favorite subject, of course, studying the nonprofit sector. Now, the first thing I'd like to do is just spend a moment on this video showing you all about Canvas and the syllabus and all the course expectations, just so you're up to date on what I expect this quarter. So the first thing you see if you open your Canvas site is this home page. And on this page, you will see my name, my office, my email, and my office hours. So please feel free to come by in-person office hours if you would like, or email me if you have questions. As you look through this home page, you will want to click on the syllabus. Then there's a description about how this is a hybrid class, and that's where I'd like to start this minute by explaining this class does not meet in person in the classroom until the last week of the quarter. Then we meet both class days. Also, because it's a hybrid class, the modules will be released to you at 8 a.m. every Saturday throughout the quarter, and that all homework, unless it's otherwise noted, is due Friday mornings at 8 a.m. So to get started, your job is to get yourself really familiar with this Canvas site. I'll go through a number of the things today, but take a look at all the details. The more you click on, the better off you'll be in terms of knowing how to get through the course. Each week I will post one of these modules, so just to remind you what needs to be done that week. As far as the technology, if you know how to use Canvas well, then you're fine. I also want to tell you, because all my students have told me to make sure I tell future students, anytime that you have homework assignments to upload to Canvas, do not do the work in Canvas. Canvas has a sneaky way of deleting hard assignments that you have completed. Do everything in Word and then upload it. This way, if Canvas decides to kick something out, you have another copy. There's a resource link. This is for all the campus information, UW-Tacoma. Take a look at that. Then there's the course summary. Please don't freak out. There's a lot of things listed here. Basically, the things to know are you will have a module each week with an associated assignment. Some of the weeks, you will also have a discussion that you post on a discussion board. And then a few times throughout the quarter, you see research project, part 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. These are just little check-in spots towards working on the greater quarter project. They don't individually take that much time until you get towards the end of the quarter. There's also an opportunity for extra credit, and we'll talk about that. Information on how to do your discussion posts, the homework rubrics, which reminds me to tell you that for the discussions, for all the assignments and the project, there are rubrics. Please take a look at them. Basically, they're hints at how I'm going to grade you. And then an introduction to the research project. So the next thing you should do is open up the course syllabus. So let me pull mine up here. Just a moment. And here it is. So the course syllabus has a lot of introduction to what is going to happen in this class. I suggest you take a look at it. Course materials, you do need the book, Worth, 5th edition, 2019. This is pretty important, though I've posted the cases that are not included in this edition. The scan for those new cases is not very good quality. If at all possible, please get the 5th edition. Other readings will be posted with the link on the module sites. Here are some resources that apply to all the different modules that you can use, but on different modules, I might also list some other additional things. To get started, spend time on Canvas. Technology, just what I've told you. Know Canvas, know how to get help on campus if you need it. Do your work in Word. And don't wait till the last minute. Not only does Canvas like to throw out work you've done, Sometimes Canvas gets a little finicky, or your computer is a problem, or the internet goes down. So if you're trying to upload your homework at the last second on Friday morning, it's not my problem if you have problems. I expect you to come to class prepared. What do I mean by that? When you sit down to do your work, make sure you're all engaged. Make sure you're ready to learn. Get rid of the distractions. And then when you do work with your team members, make sure that you're ready to be productive, that you're ready to be respectful, and that you are giving wholly of yourself during the time you're working together. There's some information on netiquette, what is expected on the internet. All assignments are going to be graded based on your demonstration to me of concepts and understanding of the course materials. It doesn't matter what those materials are that week. Integrate into your analyses and your answers what you have learned. Otherwise, I know you haven't done the reading. No assignments will be accepted late. You have a week pretty much to do the assignments. If there's an extenuating circumstance, you must let me know prior to the time that that assignment is due. All assignments need to be completed to get a passing grade. There's something called a 3 before me. If you haven't had this in other classes, please take a look. It just tells you how to work out your own issues before you contact me. But don't hesitate to contact me if you've tried the 3 before me and you still have any questions. I'll expect to get back to you, usually within 24 hours. I'd say most often, as soon as the next time I'm at my computer. Occasionally, I will be traveling during the quarter, and that would lead to a delay. The grading will be on Canvas. Here is the breakdown of the points and the grading scale that will be used at the end of the quarter. Assignment details are written below here. Again, that they're due 8 o'clock on Friday morning. The new module then comes up Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. On the weeks that you have discussion board posts, there's an assignment, and we'll talk about that. There's a special instructions, which are listed here, how I divide you into the groups. By 8 o'clock on Wednesday, you need to do your own post of the original analysis that you write, and then you can't see what your other classmates have written until you've submitted your post yourself. Then you have another 2 days to respond to others in your group. So you're carrying on a dialogue. You can respond more than twice if the conversation gets interesting. You get 5 points for that, 3 for the original post, and 1 for each of your responses. The research project, as I've said, is going to be in a team. And what it is you're going to actually do a deep dive into a local nonprofit organization. You're going to learn all about it from the many different aspects of the things we're discussing throughout this entire quarter. And one aspect of this that people both love and hate is the fact that they get to go interview an executive director of a local nonprofit. What people don't like is the logistics of working this out as a team. You are required to attend the interview. Otherwise, you lose 50 points. So this is pretty significant. But what the students love about this is they all come back saying it was the best part of the quarter. So put up with the hassle, go do it, and you should be rewarded for it. So along the way, there's different steps, as I pointed out. The first is just submitting a list of what organizations you're interested in interviewing and working on. And then there's a one-page paragraph telling me about the interview. During the quarter, there will also be a requirement to meet with me once. Individually, however, you will write the report. So together you've done the interview, you write the report, and at the very last week of class, again working with your team, you do a presentation so we all get to learn about the different organizations. The grading is broken down here. And I also want to point out that there is an extra credit opportunity in this class. I've made arrangements with the Tacoma Rescue Mission, and I have instructions both here and in other parts of this website, the Canvas, on how to take advantage of this opportunity. If for some reason you do not feel comfortable working at the Tacoma Rescue Mission, please let me know. If you make arrangements in advance and do 4 hours of volunteering somewhere else, then I will still give you the extra credit. But you must get permission in advance unless it's with the Tacoma Rescue Mission. Make sure that I can contact you. I have all my Canvas alerts forwarded to my phone. I suggest you do the same because I send lots of announcements, plus there's the weekly video. And just let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and of course I have the right to change the syllabus. Okay, so now let's go back to our Canvas site. I suggest that each week you start with the modules. At the beginning, I call this the Getting Started and Other Important Items. This is the resource link, extra credit opportunity, introduce yourself. That's going to be your first discussion, part of your first assignment. Here, you go to the discussion board, and I started it. I just posted mine today. And it tells you a little bit about myself. I'd like to see and be able to read that about you, and you can read about your classmates. I want to come back to this once you get assigned to your team and learn about your teammates, for example. So if we go back to the modules, you'll also have the syllabus. We did not do a spreadsheet, the welcome video, that's what I'm doing right now, and netiquette for the course. Each week, Saturday morning, 8 a.m., these modules are going to come up. So let's take a look together at the first one. Each week I post the link to the video here. It may take 1 or 2, you will know in a minute. So what you need to do this week, Module 1, read the syllabus. Watch 1 minute of this video. Watch the entire YouTube clip of this video, which is a segment from ABC's What Would You Do? Then I want you to read and study the Module 1 notes. Then we're going to have an assignment, and again, there's some additional resources. This particular one is really, really good. Please at least click on it. It's just an overview of giving in this past year. So let me take a moment to not show you my emails, but to show you what notes look like. Module 1 notes. They're here somewhere. Hold on. Here we go. So each week in each module, I've written some notes. In other words, an outline of materials. Some of it's a summary of the readings, some of it's additional information that you would want to know about this particular module and the materials being covered in it. As you look at it, the black is the basic notes. But where I've made comments in red, this is for you to think about. If you were in class, I'd probably ask you to analyze or think about some of these things. So I've written them in red. For those of you, particularly if you're interested in the minor or have a great interest in the nonprofit sector, I really advise you to think about these comments that I've written in red. They're usually just asking you to think. All right, that's what those notes look like. Now, so let's get rid of that. Come back to the module. And the last thing we need to do, if I can do this before we run out of time, each week is you then click on the assignment and you're going to go, again, there's some rubrics and information. You're going to go to the homework. So this week's for the homework, you need to introduce yourself, which I showed you on the discussion board, and complete the syllabus quiz below. That means you've read the syllabus, and upload it into Canvas as a Module 1 homework. That's it for this week. So each week, we'll return to the home. I will do one of these videos. Here's Module 1. And I will come along and welcome you to the module and review for you what assignments you have. Again, if you have any questions, let me know, and I look forward to meeting you all in person and virtually.